And we're in, and welcome back to Terraria, where last episode, well, we beat the Cthulhu. I still have no idea how that happened. But we're thankful for it. And because of that, we got us a new, we'll call it skill, slash ability, slash weapon, slash tool, slash whatever you want to call it. Now, this I'm going to count as a blue mage spell, simply because, A, it emulates what a boss does by doing this. You know, that's sure just what the boss was doing to us in the fight. So, it's an attack, it's a weapon, and... because why not? We need more blue mage spells. So, off camera, sorry about that, I've been trying to come up with a name for our new ability using this shield. Because a typical shield bash, it ain't gonna work. And I came up with two ideas, so I would like your opinion in the comments on what you think we should call it. The options are Ocular Impact or Cornea Crash. I'd like your opinion on which one you think we should go with. Ocular Impact or Cornea Crash. Personally, I'm for Cornea Crash, just because A, it sounds funny, and B, well, when you're using it in a boss fight or a regular fight, you're crashing into your opponent and dealing damage. Like this. You know, it's kind of a last resort kind of thing. But let me know, Ocular Impact or Cornea Crash. Whichever one I see anybody liking, we'll call it. So, off camera, I wasn't just coming up with my name or with names. I was thinking about what to do next, and I came up with a couple options. Option A, we continue the normal story progression, or normal progression. What do I mean by that? I mean, we go to the Crimson. We have another one, right? I swear we have a second Crimson. Yeah, over here. We go to the Crimsons, we see which one will make the better arena, and, you know, we fight the next boss, Brain of Cthulhu. I don't know how that fight's gonna go. Our Phalanx Strike here does pierce, so we might be okay in the final boss fight as long as we have a decent attack speed and knockback, which, let's see, average knockback, so it might be possible to beat. I'm gonna have to farm some more javelins, obviously. Now the reason we would do that is, for one, upgraded materials, because if I turn these ore into bars, thank you. We can come over here to our friendly guide, and we can see that we can make a better bow, or not bow, that's this one. We can make a fishing rod for fishing, because probably gonna need that for ice skates and a few more items. We can make upgraded axe, which I guess we could use. A sword that we have no use for because it doesn't match an attack. And yes, it means we're not going for Zenith. Some armor, which I think all the Crimson set does is give you a regen effect, which could be good if you're not dedicating yourself to one type of weapon class. For instance, we have a melee weapon, a throwing weapon, and we can get magic weapons. So the armor might be worth it, but we need tissue samples for that, which you only get from Brain of Cthulhu. There's also the Deathbringer pickaxe, which, let's see, fast speed, 70 pickaxe power. So we'd lose mining speed, but we would be able to mine Hellstone, basically any block in early game, which is useful. We also get this, I believe it's a hammer, so, well, having a hammer is important. We can make this Mage Luminescence. I'm guessing it's that. Which, let's see, provides light, movement speed, and acceleration, so decent accessory. We can make a shadow candle, which I don't know why you would, except for if you're building a farm. And of course, the accessory we get, the Brain of Confusion, I believe it's called, pretty useful, because it has a chance to allow you to dodge an attack. I think it's only like 10%, maybe 20%, but considering we're doing a challenge run and our options are going to be Skeletron or Queen Bee, I think the 20% might save us. might. So that's the first option. Go to the Crimson and defeat the boss, which I guess we can scope out the Crimson while we talk about our other options. Because that is a number one. Obviously, sorry, let me try that again. So we'll scope out this because it's probably the option we're going to go with. Now this, before I do that, I need to put up my money. And other items. Okay, I'll put you here. There. I'll figure out the other storage later. Anyway, back to the mission. So while I scope out these two Crimsons, see which one would make the better arena, and we'll talk about our other options. So as we had difficulties with King Slime, but not really with Eye of Cthulhu, a potion farm might still be in order. You know, it might be something we still need. We can make the new fishing rod to make that easier on us. Because, obviously, some of the potions need fish. Like the one you can find in the cavern layer, I forget what it's called, but it makes the damage reduction potion. I can't remember what that is off the top of my processor, but it's a powerful potion. Okay, here we go. Seems really vertical. Yes, I'll take damage, but I don't care. Let's see, a couple blood hearts. Can I get by? Thank you. And yes, this is we're not returning a live run. Just wanted to scope out the area. Okay, back to base. So obviously, potion farm's gonna be necessary. Gotta get some clay for that, whatever. So while I continue to talk, let's see, we have 1 heart, 2 heart, 3. Looks like, sorry about that. Looks like a few down here. And that's it. So we already broken 2, I believe, right? Which means that's 1, then 1, 2, 3. Basically, I think we have enough Crimson Hearts here for 2 boss fights and a fairly vertical arena. You know, if we make a box out there, it might work. It might work. Okay, so to the other Crimson now. So obviously, Potion Farm help us out. Aside from fighting Brain of Cthulhu for whatever upgrades we can get, the next boss I would normally fight would be Queen Bee. So I like to fight the Queen Bee before Skeletron. I feel like it makes sense. If we're fighting Queen Bee, I need to go far up Beezor. And if you saw my collector run, you know how much of a headache that's going to be. No pun intended. But it does give us a powerful, very, very powerful Blue Mage spell. Which I also don't have a name for yet, but it's the Bee Gun. Such a powerful weapon, and I feel like it perfectly emulates one of the Queen Bee's attacks where she summons a bunch of bees, and then goes about attacking you. So I think it's the perfect spell, well, honestly for future fights. Skeletron, you can focus on dodging, ow, because guess what? Our bees will track. It also means we have to get mage armor, but that's, get out of the way, fairly easy to get. Get out of my way, thank you. I'll drink a heal potion just cause we have a few extra. I guess I can also work on upgrading those. But the thing is, with Queen Bee, she is a pretty difficult boss fight, not gonna lie. Alright, what are we working with here? Ooh, this is a very open vertical. Let's see, there's a heart right here, which could be useful. 1 right there. 2 down there. And I can open my map. This one, I feel like is not going to be a good arena. It feels too open, and it's going to be too jarring to make. So if we do fight Brain of Cthulhu, we will fight it here, where it's pretty contained. But what we will do, if I can find it on the map, yeah, there's a ton of hearts over here. So what we could do, yeah, I don't like that gap and awkwardness. We won't be using this. But, so I can go here, break a heart, and boom, Brain of Cthulhu spawn, right? And should we fail or succeed, we'll have to find another one. Come over here, break 2 orbs, so we use it for resources. And then come right over here, break one of these extra ones, and so on and so forth. So if we go Brain of Cthulhu, we know what we're doing. Turning this into our arena. Good to know. Go away, stupid slimes. Actually, I blame the guy for leaving the door open. And he's keeping it open. Whatever, I'll hide in the attic. Stupid guide. Close the door. Anyways, so if we go for the Queen Bee, at least it's a fight we can continuously respawn, thanks to the royal honey or whatever, but I think we check. Actually, we haven't explored any of the jungle, we just found a marble biome. Okay, so before we fight Queen Bee, but there is a beehive right there, probably should check out the jungle. Maybe we can do that next episode. Actually, you know what, let's bum rush it right now while I'm thinking of things to do. So, Queen Bee gives us a strong weapon, and I'll feel confident in taking on Skeletron. The other option is just to take on Skeletron, which is the one I'm probably leaning towards as a secondary option, Queen Bee being the final option if we have to. Now, defeating Skeletron will pretty much give us our endgame gear, because we can get the Book of Skulls, small chance to drop, but it'd be a nice bonus. We can get Water Bolt, which anybody who's been playing Terraria for a couple of years knows how powerful the Water Bolt is, and forever will be. As well as we can get some good accessory items, get the mechanics so we can set up some mechanisms. But Skeletron's a difficult fight for me. Especially with this limited run, I don't think we'll be able to do it with javelins. Now, that being said, there is another option we have, because there's one more weapon we can basically get right now that will be on par for our power scaling. That's a sand gun. Requires topaz, which we have enough of. Requires the arms dealer. Yeah, that guy. To buy the parts from, which means we gotta build a bunch of houses. Which I'm okay doing. I'll do it off camera and just show them off what I built. Just because I don't think you want to watch, 5-6 episodes in a row of building houses. If you would, let me know, but I don't think anybody wants to see that. Alright, here we are in the jungle. We need to find a way down so we can explore said jungle. So basically the options are get the sand gun, which I'll probably grab anyways before we fight Queen Bee, or Brain or anything, because it is a powerful weapon. That I've never used. Okay, here we go. And fall damage. Great way to start. Is there... Nope, there is. I'm a fool. So yeah, basically, off camera, I think I'm going to build a bunch of houses, so we can get the arms dealer to move in. From there, basically, do I want to fight Brain of Cthulhu for the Brain of Confusion and maybe some better armor? Or would I rather try to take on the Queen Bee, which will give us a great weapon if we get it to drop? That's still a huge if. Or do we try to take on Skeletron, which is pretty much a free fight whenever we want to do it? Probably the most difficult option, or second most difficult option, most difficult boss fight. I don't know what to do. Hey, there's a tree here, which means there's a good chest, right? So we can get an upgraded fishing rod real quick. The answer is... I think we already have one of these. I'll take the dynamite. So yeah, the options are basically off camera, and that's all there is, right? I guess we can check here. Not like I have any money to lose. Unless I just pick some up in that chest. So yeah, the options are ow. Well, this ain't gonna go very far, is it? We kinda made it out. The options are, I'm going to, well, let me just put it like this. I've decided off camera I will be building up some more houses. So we can get, some potions and Staff of Regrowth. Meaning that a potion farm is on the table now, officially. I don't like to do it without the Staff of Regrowth. Hey, a couple extra hearts. Might as well grab those for some cash or heart lanterns, whatever we end up using them for. So, I'm not seeing another way down. I could probably do some digging. But I don't like digging unless we have to. Alright, back to base. So, off camera, I'll probably transform this into a small little potion farm now we have the stack of regrowth. Forgot we needed that. I will also build a bunch of houses. I'll show them off during a video, don't worry. To get the arms dealer moved in, and we'll get the sand gun so we have an upgraded weapon. But that being said, I don't think that's going to be enough, but I'm willing to try Brain of Cthulhu, just to get the accessory and maybe some better armor. Because our armor set is... well, it's a ranged set, so the sand gun would work with it. Which means we don't... okay, with that new information, we get the sand gun. And the question is, bee or skeleton? That is the real question. Do we fight the bee with our sand gun or skeleton? If we can't beat skeleton, we gotta fight the bee. If we can't fight the bee, we gotta fight the skeleton. If we can't fight either one of those, I'm gonna have to do something I really don't want to. But yes, I do have options for if we get stuck. And of course, worst case scenario, I've turned down the difficulty a little bit. So, sorry for this being basically just a talking episode. I have some planning to do, and I want to convey my thoughts with all of you. And plus, we gotta figure out a name for our dash. Yes, you just watched 60 minutes to help me figure out the name of my dash. Anyways, off camera, I got a potion farm to make, sand gun to make, houses to make, money to make, gotta build a money farm. So, yeah, I got work to do, but next episode, I'll show off the houses I make. Hopefully they're halfway decent like my cave down here, which I'm still proud of. And I gotta make a money farm, potion farm, gotta find a queen bee nest, although I might wait to do that on camera, because before I fight the queen bee, I want to get a beezor, hopefully. You know what maybe I'll do? Yeah, I know exactly what I'm going to do, actually. Off camera, potion farm, money farm, houses, so I was going to say a house farm, but housing. And then, once we have our new sand gun, we just block this off, we're going to fight a Skeletron. Why? Just to see where we currently stand in terms of power. If we get fairly decently far with him, cool, maybe we could probably take on Queen Bee. If we barely do any damage, then I'm going to have to figure out another way. So yeah, that's what we'll do. Off camera, I got some stuff to do, but next time, we'll fight Skeletron just to see where we stand currently. Something tells me we stand pretty weak. But then again, we did one-shot the Eye of Cthulhu, so who knows? Well, that was a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed as much as I enjoyed gaming. This has been TheMechanist, logging off. Until next time.